Hey, what's up everyone? It's Duncan from Overland Journals. Starting this week, I'll be bringing a new segment talking about the various gear that I have for my overland trips. And it's more of a product review type, and also because I am very guilty of just buying stuff. Now, not just buying for the heck of it and then keeping it aside, but I keep looking at stuff that might add value to my travels. And when I see something, I buy it. And I thought I've got heaps already as it is. And I thought, why not share it with everybody else in the community? And hopefully, it might be useful to some of you at least. That's why from this week onwards, I'll be having, in addition to the travel videos that I bring along and everything else, there will be some product reviews or gear review videos that will be coming out. I'm planning to bring out one every week. And also, I've been putting a lot of effort into revamping my website. So if you haven't checked out my website, go check it out. So it's overland-journals.com. Go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description as well. And whatever video I do, whether it's a product video or a travel video, as much details as possible from my perspective. So for every video that I bring out, there will be a corresponding post on my website. So please go check it out. So starting off with this week, I got two products, and one of them is a shovel and the second one is a compass. So keep watching the video and I'll explain to you the whole thought process behind it and why I've got them. And by the way, if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscription button and the notification bell, because my channel is all about sharing my experience in overlanding with the rest of the community. And I bring out a video every single week. And if you like this video and you found it useful, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you've got questions, comments, leave them in the description below. Who knows, I love to learn from you guys as well if you've got experience in similar products. Where I bought these from, I'll leave them the links in the description below if you want to go and check it out, and who knows, you might like buying it as well. Now, why a shovel to start with? Well, whenever we go overlanding, especially remote, and we're doing camping and nature calls, particularly number two, we have to have a shovel to go and use it for the reasons that we need it for. And all along, we've always used the long handle shovel that's on the 4B fixed to the side of the roof rack, which is part of my recovery gear. And it's pretty cumbersome, I've got to admit. It's too hard using that with the long handle. And Johnny in particular hates it because if you stood it upright, it's actually taller than she is. Don't tell I said that. So I said I had to get something else a lot more practical. So I was looking for one of those folding or collapsible type shovels, which is far more practical and easy to stow away as well. And I did find one on Amazon. And as soon as I found that shovel, I thought, okay, that's going to work for us. But then I also found a similar product which will serve the purpose that I'm looking for, but it had other multiple tools in it. And the price difference was hardly anything. And I thought, well, if it's got multiple tools, then it's going to give me a little bit more value than just the collapsible shovel spade by itself. So what I have is this collapsible spade. Now, what I like about it is it comes in this little pouch. It's hardly it's not big at all. Easy to stow away. And again, this is meant for more the hiking community, I would think. And there's got this little belt clip as well. But I can use that to hook it onto one of the areas I've got in my 4B at the back for all the packing. And if you like, go take a look. There's a video in the playlist, and I'll leave the link in the description as well, how I kind of pack stuff around the back, because space is always a premium when it comes to overlanding, and our vehicles don't have unlimited amount of space. So go check that out. So anyway, so that's one of the attractions, was the pouch itself, and it's how compact it is when it's packed. And then the product itself. So it's got a telescopic handle which is broken into two pieces, and then the actual shovel itself. So how you put it together is pretty easy and straightforward. You got these two pieces, they kind of screw into each other piece, comes together like so, and the second one goes in there, and there you go. That's a pretty decent size. if I was to hold it like that, that's pretty decent for whatever kind of purpose I was going to put this spade into. And then the spade head, it can be angled whichever way you want, and then you can lock it. So there is a lock here. Once you use that, it's locked into place. And it also has a pickaxe on the other end. Now the construction is pretty good in this one, pretty solid metal, and it may not be a heavy duty use product, but it's for light duty, it's perfect. And it's very light too. Talking of light duty, it's very light too, so it doesn't add a whole lot of weight to all the other gear that I'm carrying. And it's got the pickaxe as well, so that's pretty cool in case the need arose. Now if I just want to use it as a shovel, then I can pull it straight down, lock it into place, and there you go. So I've got that. The other cool thing is the multi-tool that comes along with this product is, one, it's got a bottle opener. Considering the purpose that we're going to put it to, I really don't think I'm going to use it as a bottle opener, but it's there if anyone needed, so it is there. And then it's got a saw on the side as well. This, I don't particularly think it's a heavy duty one, looking at the thickness of the metal and the actual teeth itself. But there is something else in here which will work better than this, which I'll come to in a minute, so keep watching the video. However, if it's very, like branches or twigs that you want to just chop up, this is pretty handy. And on this side, there's a sharp edge which you can use as a knife as well. Again, not super sharp, but it will do the job. Now, if we were to break this up and get the collapsible or telescopic parts out, they've got a few other goodies in there which might become useful somewhere down the track. So for example, if I got the middle piece out, and then I got, this is what I was talking about earlier, it's got a much more heavier duty saw on one side and a much sharper knife, and that's a fork on the other end for whatever you can use. And the cool thing is you flip it around and then you screw it back into place, and you've got a handle as well now to use it for whatever purpose you want to cut, chop, or as a fork. And then when you're not using it anymore, unscrew it, and then it goes reverse back into the handle, and it's safely stored away. And then on the second handle, this one here, you get two extra tools in here. So one is a whistle. I'm not quite sure when I'll ever need to use a whistle out there, but then again, you never know. Who knows, maybe I go missing and I want to get directions from a Johnny who's at the campsite. I could whistle, hopefully it'll work. And at the head of the handle, I've got this a fire starter. Again, whether I'll need a fire starter because I carry other fire starters and fire lighters and so on, so I don't know. This product obviously was designed more for those who like to go hiking, and everything is in one tool, but again, never know. So that's pretty cool. And then once you're done and you're finished using it, for packing away is, like I said earlier at the beginning, it's very easy. It all stores away quite nicely into this pouch. So pretty useful. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm looking forward to taking it with us. The fact that it had more tools in there than just the standalone spade kind of was value to me. So the second product is a compass. Now, why in the world would I need a compass? I'm sure some of you are asking. Well, yes, not that I'm old school and I don't like technology. No, I love technology, and as much as I sometimes complain when they don't work very well, I think technology is amazing. But on certain things, I am old school as well. Now, those of you who followed my video series or the various videos I've done in the past on navigation, you'll know that my primary navigation tool or aid are printed maps. And that's because, not that I have no faith in GPSs, I do have a GPS, and I talked about on a number of videos my tablet GPS, which has HEMA maps, and I think HEMA maps are like brilliant. And if you missed those, they're in the playlist, go check them out. But One is I love printed maps because I feel printed maps also is a very social thing to do, and I'll explain. I love to get a printed map out and spread it all over the hood or the bonnet, as we say it here in Australia, of my 4B, and we get friends around, whoever might be in the convoy, or if it's just me and a Johnny, get around and look at the map and work out exactly where we are going to go, rather than having the tablet or the GPS. We're going to zoom in, scroll up and down. I feel doing it on the map is a lot more fun, and that's why one of the reasons I love printed maps. Second reason why I've got a printed map, and I think everybody should carry printed maps, is because GPSs, as fantastic they can malfunction, they can run out of batteries, or have some kind of issues. So why not have a backup? And for me, printed maps. Now, printed maps. Now, when I started out overlanding, it was way before GPSs were a common sight. So that helped me to develop the skill in map reading and getting navigation done without having this additional tool, which is the GPS, which we call today. And I love to keep that skill set still, active in me and not lose it, because I put a lot of effort into understanding it. So, and also for the reason that supposing a GPS don't function, or something goes wrong somewhere, then I do have my printed maps, and that's where the compass comes in, because the compass will, at least the basic of its functions, will help me to figure out where is north. And once I know that, then it makes life a lot easier to try and figure out which way I should take my route. And again, this is from Amazon, links in the description below. I wasn't looking for a particular brand. I have to admit, my decision was a little bit more based on price. And that's because probably I had the comfort in the back of my mind, knowing that I've got other tools I carry which will help me in determining direction. But when I read the description to this product, I kind of liked it. The reviews were really good, so I thought, let me give it a try and see. And I am pretty impressed. The case is metal, so it's got that solid feel. It's not a plasticky product, so that's really good. Though the wheel here, the wheel that you can turn, is plastic. It's got that plasticky feel, but still, it's pretty solid for me in terms of the way it's been put together. And if I was really, really into my, manual navigation, then there is a little piece through here which I can look through and I get all the various detailed readings, which I don't think I'll go into. I just basically wanted something that'll give me where the north is, the magnetic north is, and this does this job. Once I received it, I checked it against compass on my phone, make sure this was really telling me the correct north. And in fact, I do have a compass on my watch. That's a Citizen watch I've got. It's got a compass in here, and it's pretty cool. It works very well, but I just try not to take it in the bush, because I know I'm going to bang it against something and break it. So when I compared it to this worked perfectly. So I'm pretty happy with this. And considering the price paid, I felt it was value for money. It's cheap insurance, you could say, and you go remote, and the kind of remote traveling we do here in Australia, and I'm sure everybody else in the rest of the world would do some form of remote traveling as well. And having this cheap insurance or backups is comforting, because if the need ever arose, then you do have something that'll help you to get yourself out of where you are. So those are the two products I got myself. And if you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. If you've got questions, please do ask. If you want more details, go to the website. And if you're still not subscribed, if you think if what I'm putting out is useful to you, please hit that subscription button and the notification bell. I bring out a video every single week. Thanks for watching, everyone, and thank you for the support.